Oh, knickers and knockers and knockers and knickers, they really are jolly good things. Knickers and knockers and knockers and knickers, they really are jolly nice things. Knickers and knockers and knockers and knickers, they really are jolly nice things. Knickers and knockers and knockers and knickers, they really are jolly nice things. Oh, knickers and knockers and knockers and knickers, they really are jolly nice things. Knickers and knockers and knockers and knickers, they really are jolly nice things. Good evening, darlings, and a very warm welcome to a very warm welcome to Tuesday Night Live with me, Boaty, and I'm going to be with you over the next 58 minutes, seeing you through until the midnight hour, when we will wave goodbye to Tuesday and say a warm hello to the day that comes after Wednesday. That's the chap, isn't it? Wednesdays come after Tuesdays, of course they do. And I hope you have had the most splendid of days. And I genuinely do hope that. I hope that with all of my heart, soul, and wobbly bits. Now then, who have I got? Jimmy Quinn is with us, the lovely Jimmy Quinn, a stalwart of the old inner scrotum is Jimmy. How are you, Jimmy? Hope you're well. Lord Stiff Upper Lip is here. Hello, my friend. Hello to you. Steve Colg is here. Sean was here in his sleep and said he was obviously sleep typing because he said, I'm filming at the crack of dawn. Oh, wow, it's going to be a video worth watching, isn't it? Hey? Dear me. I presume Dawn is a local lady from the village. I'm filming at the crack of dawn, so I'm already sleeping. I will watch the replay. Jolly kind of you, and welcome to whatever day it is when you're watching the replay, Sean. I hope you're filming at the crack of dawn and say hello to Dawn, won't you? Cheers, darlings. You're very, very, very good health. Very passable, that. Very passable. Oh, excuse me. Trace is here, the Greenwood. Good evening, everyone. The wonderful Peter P is here and says hello. Oh, hello. Ed Usher's here. Here we go. Good evening, Boaty. A wonderful day has been had in the local with good acquaintances, John Horn and Mr. Quayle. The old bag is visiting our daughter in London, and I've just been riffling. Oh dear, the old bag. Bad Books is here. Good evening, all. And Ed continues. I've been rifling through Angela's drawers. She's back in the cottage with me this evening, ready to settle down to indulge in your presence. Angela is, of course, the housekeeper in Ed Usher's dwelling of choice. Dear. I want your life. Andrew Buttygig is here. I've a spotty butty. Oh, that wine is just working its way down, and it's doing wonderful things to my innards. Oh, a very good evening, Boaty and everyone, says Andrew. And Ed is continuing. Oh, God. I'm so sorry, darlings. I'm a bit burpy tonight, aren't I? I do hope you're full of beans, said Ed. Well, apparently I am, yes. I do hope you're full of beans again, and the day has been kind to you, you handsome devils. Frank G _05 is with us. Evening all. Hope you're well. The lovely Trisha. Hello, Jason and all in chat. This is the BBC World Service. Yes. Sorry, the message is broken in sections. Chris Maguire is here. Evening, Boaty and chat. Skick is here. Skick is just weighing straight in with a question. Bless him. Have you ever had any interest in horse racing? Asks Skick. Not massively. Not massively. Although I was brought up with horses. My grandfather was an excellent horseman, and he bred and showed and jumped and so on. So I would class myself as a horsey person. Obviously, I've, ridden plenty, but horse racing, no, not really. Not really, to be honest. Hello all, how are we? Asked Neil, the wonderful Neil, aka the Gibbinator, aka the very, very nice man. Steakold says, Boaty, can you ride a horse? Yes. Is the quick and oh shit. Yes, is the quick and easy answer to that. Welcome, Boaty's multiple burp, says Grace. That's very kind. I am a bit burpy tonight. I'm a bit excited tonight as well. It's been an interesting day, darlings. It's been an interesting day. Didn't start too well, to be honest with you. The day started with a nice letter from the bailiffs telling me that they're going to come around and take all my saucepans and my toilet rolls and my balsamic vinegars and anything else of value. So that was a less than pleasant beginning to the day, but what happened after that? Well, I've played with Windsor Davis. He now has a fully working interior light. He has a new onboard gramophone, which is just wonderful, very expertly fitted, if I do say so myself, including the remote microphone. Oh, I did a good job on that, I did. And the process of valeting him has begun. I had a rather splendid lunch, but then, tonight was great. Tonight was really good. Sherry Kay is with us. Oh my goodness, says Sherry. We are thousands of miles apart. I have to check how far we are apart, and I was not prepared for you yet. And to top it, I imagine that's going to go on and saying to top it all, but that's going to come in another message. Sherry is the master of multiple messages. And we are a few miles apart. Where are you? Southern California, aren't you? I remember when I was commuting to and from Chicago, that was quite a long way. Couldn't tell you exactly how far because I used to fly Virgin Atlantic back in those days, and they were very generous with the old vodka. I was sozzled. I was sozzled most of the time. Can I say, says Neil, I've never had any interest in horse racing. One thing I can say I'm genuinely afraid of, but after being kicked by one and bitten, I have a valid reason. I hope you never went fox hunting, says Steakold. No, I've never hunted. Boaty and jodhpurs, says Andrew. You've got to remember, back in the day, darlings, I had a really good ass. Oh, what? Absolutely. I used to love riding. Tell the sods to piss off the bastard, says Ed Usher. Well, I didn't exactly do that. I did ring them up, and I said, "Look, I'm terribly sorry that I failed to pay as arranged," which I did. That monthly payment was one that I forgot to pay because I wanted to go to Wales and do that video. So I didn't call them sods and tell them to piss off. I said, I'm terribly sorry. I've had a desperate emergency. Can you give me a week or so to sell something and get back in your good books before you come round and nick my soap and my coffee machine? I think they have to leave you. I think they have to leave you a bed and a cooker, don't they? And they pretty much take everything else. Good evening, Boaty and chat. Hope you're all well, says Daz Smith. Bad Book says, following your Morrison's bargain bin buy, Mrs. B bought a set of French cookie cutters for 99p. A strange array of French goods. Oh, it wasn't just this Morrison's then. Ah, interesting. I can confirm that I am wearing the Morrison's pants, not the sex ones, the other ones, the darker maroon ones, and they're very snug and quite supportive and a lovely material. I can genuinely say that if I was rich and in France, I would have paid 20 euros for a pair. They're very nice. But I'm so sorry. Much nicer than my usual underpanty offerings. Captain Mustard is here. Hello, lovely people. Andrew Buttigieg says, I'm nearly 17,000 kilometres away. Hello, Mustard. Hello again, lovely Mustard, says Trace. Sherry Kay says, well, I prematurely sent it again. You did. I wanted to say that the shot was not letting me comment, and I was getting really frustrated. Beyond the distance between us, do I return news or stick with it? Oh gosh, that also. Oh, I'm in South effing Florida for the last million years. Oh, it was Florida. Yeah, that's right, not California. I had a friend in Florida. For the last million years that I've been like a prisoner here. Don't ask. Oh dear. How is your life, Mustard? How was it? Back to normal, or well, how was it? Basically. And thank you. Captain Mustard went above and beyond the call of duty for his best pal today, and I'm incredibly grateful to him for helping to well, ensure another day of survival. There is no one car less, well, one car fewer in the yard. Do you require some heavies for some moral support? Asked Ed. They're good lads, and we'll soon make them scarper, and they won't come back either. Oh, dear. By the way, I like you in that khaki jacket, says Sherry. How very kind. Flattery will get you everywhere, my lovely. Andrew says it keeps the cod dangle in place. Then it does. I thought your voice seemed higher due to the French pants, says Bad Books. Steakhog says, I saw your sex pants. Red is the worst colour. Not when you're Welsh. Not when you're Welsh. Red is the best colour when you're Welsh. Welsh red. You should have got brown ones, says Steakhog. Jimmy Quinn says, Boaty, the bailiff will take your cars first. Oh, well, at least if they leave the coffee machine. Oh, dear. God, the trials and tribulations have been poor, right? Hopefully it won't last too much longer. Hopefully, says Black Lions, they're not so tight that his grapes turn to wine. As a viewer, says Trace, Mustard's live was excellent. Lots of chat and fun and community. And Mustard also replies, it was great, but the views haven't come back. Thank you for asking. Let's have a lovely chat tomorrow. Yes, let's. I've got to whiz down into town. What time? Oh, kind of lunchtime-ish. I think I've got to be at the solicitors for 1:45, something like that. If memory serves, I need to check the doings. A planning permission thing, darlings. A planning permission things. Don't think it should be a problem. How would you describe your political position, say Skick? Left wing or right wing? Right wing, Skick. Right wing. Hide the Mac and the iPad if the bailiffs come, says Black Lines. Maybe bring Brian back and have them take him. Problem solved. Brian's gone. So let's all raise our glasses and say a fond farewell to the artist formerly known as Brian, who will henceforth be known as Baked Bean Tins. May Fred follow in his footsteps as soon as possible. Oh dear. Blackline says, Skick, my political position appears to be doggy style. He's in camouflage, Sherry, says Andrew. Blends into the wall if the bailiff knocks. I just spat my drink out. Blackline, says Trace. Neil says, I'm more missionary man myself. Right, so I will tell you about tonight, darlings. Now, tonight, as you would expect, I went to work, and work was uneventful. But cunningly, now, you know what happened on Sunday night? And I'm thinking, right, it's Tuesday now. He'll either have forgotten or think I wasn't serious or whatever. So I ploughed in there early doors, didn't I? I went in and said, right, everything's all set up. I've cleared the decks. Obviously, Mondays are free. I've got things to do on Mondays, but I've cleared the decks. Blah, 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 blah. I said, so Tuesday to Sunday, it's all about us and the business, and I'm ready to go for this. Let's blah, blah, blah. I thought, steam in there so he can't change his bloody mind. We started chatting about all sorts of things, and it was really rather exciting and productive and proactive. So I said, what's the score with upstairs? Is the landlord still? He said, oh, I don't know. He said, right. Whipped his portable electric telephone out. Managed to remember the landlord's name eventually. Took a while. And it's not surprising that because he's saved in his phone as Ripley's son. Yeah, Ripley's son. So, and he rang him up, and an in-depth discussion took place. So that was good, something positive, a bit of forward movement, about one particular area. Pointing out that it's not doing anybody any good having the upstairs just empty, going to rack and ruin, and talking about the cost of getting it right. And basically, Bish and I discussed it, between ourselves beforehand. And basically, Bish threw 3 options at him. Now, I'm personally a bit invested in this because I like upstairs at Ripley. I see the possibilities. You've seen some pictures of it. It's an interesting place. I wouldn't even mind hanging out there myself. And what was I saying? Yeah. So Bish kind of threw 3 suggestions at him, which are, I won't go into massive. Well, you're my inner scrotum. Of course I can tell you, can't I? So option 1, just sell us the property. Bish, have already got all the plans to extend the restaurant, extend the kitchen. There is no true fine dining restaurant in Ripley, so we could fine dine it up with that, with that extra space. Really go for it. Really make it work. So that was option 1. And the landlord had kind of said that he was leaning towards wanting to sell it. I can understand this dilemma. On the one hand, and the guy lives in Manchester. It's not like he's particularly local. So on the one hand, he wants the asset, but on the other hand, he also wants an income. And he's got the asset, but the asset is something of a liability at the moment. and he's not getting any income from upstairs. And at my suggestion, Bish put the lean on him and told him in no uncertain terms, he said, look, upstairs being empty, then it's causing all sorts of problems with downstairs here in the restaurant that are going to get me into trouble with health and safety because of damp issues and whatnot traveling downwards. There's a rodent infestation up there. He said, my bills are going through the roof because there's no heat up above now. So my heating bills and whatnot are going through the roof. You know, it's affecting my business. This cannot continue. You know, we've got a commercial lease with you. You've got a duty as the landlord. So you can sell. And, you know, obviously the inference is give us first shout. Or you can just, you can do the work upstairs and then possibly we will lease upstairs as well. Or he threw a third option into the mix, which was a kind of shared option. So don't tell anybody this, by the way. This is just between us. The third option would be that the landlord gets upstairs sorted in terms of the damp issue, the structural issues, any pest issues, all of that sort of thing. You know, clears the decks, so it's a clean sheet to start with. We would then decorate, furnish, and whatnot as an Airbnb model. And the deal ongoing then would be that we pay no rent, but we put the landlord on a profit share of the B&B business, because, you know, the landlord had picked up on the B&B thing and sort of said, well, you know, I could do that. And Bish is saying, well, you can't really, can you? You're in Manchester. Who are you going to get to run it? Somebody's got to be here. Somebody's got to be here 7 days a week to run it. You haven't got anybody. You haven't got anybody local, blah, 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 blah. So if the landlord wanted to hold on to the asset and have something over and above a flat rent, then that would be an option. And it would mean that we were going in virtually risk-free. You know, we just decorate it, furnish it, but then, you know, no rental. We'd pay the variable cost. You know, we'd pay electricity, gas, and whatnot. But you know, it meant that if it didn't work out, or if we weren't happy with it, or whatever, then we can just throw the keys back and say bugger off. But at least it's forward movement. So it was left with the landlord is going to get an independent valuation in terms of the value of the overall building, so we can investigate the sales thing. And we would be prepared to pay going rate, market rate. You know, we're not looking to nick it. So the independent valuation will take into account the state of the place and the work that would need to be done to make it into a viable living space or business space or whatever. And we would be glad to pay that. Or he might choose to go down one of the other routes. So he's going to get the independent valuation, and then he's coming for a big, serious, finally decide what the hell we're going to do meeting next week. So there should be news next week. In terms of the other things, then I'm going down into town tomorrow to try and sort out a planning permission issue. And that is for the restaurant at Clay Cross. Now, the entire building at Clay Cross we already own. And again, it's an old pub, but it's a much bigger place. And it's detached in its own grounds. We've got a big old car park at Clay Cross. I will go and film at Clay Cross for you, so that you can see around and see what it is I'm talking about, because I'm conscious that none of you know the Clay Cross restaurant or the people or anything. So I will do that, so you're kind of in the loop. It'll probably go out to channel members only for various reasons, but it will be there. And so people have been living upstairs in Claycross. That's coming to an end next week. Not random people, our people, Nepali people, people who we've brought over on a work visa, and their families are coming over, and they've all got houses within the Nepali community in Nottingham. So as of next week, upstairs will be emptied. That is also going to become an Airbnb, but we need to look at putting in, at the moment, the access to upstairs is internal. And to make it fully flexible, we'd like to add an external ingress and egress, entrance and exit. So we need to look into planning permission for that. Off the top of my head, and I'm no expert on council planning permission, but I would imagine that it shouldn't be a problem, because I would have thought that a fire escape would be mandatory anyway, and there isn't one there. So I would have thought planning permission for an external entrance and exit that would also obviously be a fire escape would be a no-brainer. I imagine we would have been mandated to put one in anyway. So I can't imagine that it would be refused, but there you go. We need to go through that. Third restaurant is still an ongoing thing. There are a couple of possibilities knocking about. The other properties that could or will become Airbnbs, I'm not familiar with. They're in Nottingham, and as far as I understand it, they are just houses, but they're in Nottingham city centre, within reach of the hospital, universities, so on and so on and so on. And Bish owns them already. They're just, things he's bought for whatever reason. They're probably ex-houses that he and his family lived in, and they just, when another year goes by and there's a few more 100,000 quid in the kitty, they just buy a bigger house and rent out the older one. But he likes the idea of the Airbnb model because of the flexibility and it's kind of safer in some ways, but it's definitely more flexible, and it's potentially more profitable as well. So I need to get my head around those. I've also started looking at the paperwork, and oh, fuck it up. Let's just say that it's going to take a while, and it's going to take a while, but I'll probably enjoy it, getting everything in order. So that's all exciting. And there was talk tonight. Bish was showing me some of his property empire in Nepal, and said, we'll go out for 3 weeks, bit of business, bit of pleasure. I'd like you to see my country, etc., blah, blah, blah. So, that's pretty damned exciting, isn't it? So it's been a weird dichotomy of a day. The day started with a stark reminder that I'm financially well and truly up shit creek, in no uncertain terms, and at risk of having burly people coming away and taking my few meager possessions. And the day ended with talk of, all sorts of business stuff and potential success and international trips to wonderful places. So, bit of a weird one. I'm not counting my chickens before they're hatched or anything like that. I'm not counting on anything. My personal plan is to take the sensible pill, get cars sold, get myself sorted a bit financially, and, put my effort into the restaurant, and as well as putting effort into YouTube and Mustard and Boaty doing cars and all of that, and just hope that something works. But yeah, so it's been a bit of a weird day, but on the whole, it's been positive, really. On the whole, it's been positive. Maybe, just maybe, at some point there'll be some light at the end of the tunnel. And I've been in the tunnel a bloody long time, darlings. It's it's just over 9 years since I became poor overnight, thanks to a divorce, and started this portion of my life of being, well, I started off being able to keep my head above water perfectly well, working for Sainsbury's. Uh, I was able to pay all of my bills on time. I was able to run a couple of cars. I was able to spend a bit of time in Malta out of season. And then everything just really went tits up, didn't it? I had the accident. I lost the job. I had the court case. Dad died. Looking back, I had a nervous breakdown. Probably didn't realize it at the time. And when I wasn't working, I ran up a load of debt, and that's why I'm struggling now, because I'm desperately trying to get all of the debt paid off. Then there was the the split with Boo, and then there was the Chinese madam thing, which got me into even more bloody debt. So I've been in a tunnel a long time, and it would be kind of nice to see a chink of light at the end of it. I'm really tired of having to worry about money on a minute-to-minute, day-to-day level. Getting up to see what text I've got from the bank or what's dropped through the letterbox. It's no way to go through life, and it's stupid to do that when you've got a couple of cars sitting outside, which I could invest in myself, really. Let's hope that one of the irons that I've got in the fire is going to pay off. Whether it's suddenly becoming a YouTube sensation overnight, whether it's Mustard and I suddenly becoming the world's leading supplier of really half-knackered elderly British cars that suddenly become incredibly desirable, or the thing with Bish and that thing working out. So yeah, get some cars sold. Make sure that give myself not a cushion, because it wouldn't be a cushion, but at least make sure that I can give myself 3 or 4 months of just being able to comfortably survive without worrying. And that would give me a chance to do the Welsh YouTube videos as well, which I genuinely think will possibly, lead somewhere, at least to making the channel a little bit less unsuccessful than it is at the moment. So there we are. So I put Boo the Freelander on Facebook Marketplace today, and I've had one message. And the message was, let me remember this correctly. The message was, oh God, what was it? Let me have a look. The message was lowliest peace. And that is the entirety of the message. Lowliest peace. And that's peace as in Piece, not Peace. To which I replied, no, the HSE is the top of the range, not the lowliest. Excellent specification. And I've had no reply to that. And that is the entirety of the sales possibilities for the Freelander. There we go. Right, let's catch up with your lovely comments. 37 of you watching now. That's wonderful. Oh gosh, I've missed a few. Oh dear. Oh, I really have missed a few. Never mind. Oh, ow. Oh, God, I'm having a bad teeth day, darlings. Oh, they've left me alone for a couple of weeks, but today, back with a vengeance. They'll all fall out eventually, and then I'll get some peace. I mean, I won't be able to eat anything, but I'll get some peace. Or maybe by then I'll be rich enough that I can go to Turkey and get the full turkey job. Oh, bloody hell. Ow. Anyway, where? Right. Ed Usher says, Angela and I would like to make a donation. How do I go about it? Oh, that's very sweet, Ed. Mustard says it was a really sad moment and leave Fred alone. And Trace says the PayPal address is in all of the descriptions. Let's just check if it is. Oh, yes, it is actually. So thank you, Trace. And Ed, that's very kind of you. I mean, please feel under no obligation to. I'm not beating anybody over the head with a begging bowl. I'm just sharing with my friends exactly what's going on the way that I always have. Fred will be fixed, says Neil. Mark my words. Mustard, we need to set up a date. God. Well, I never thought of you two having a romance. But yeah, I can see it working. I mean, there's a bit of an age gap, admittedly. But yeah, might not actually be the worst combination. Let's just hope that Mrs. Mustard and Sophie don't find out. Hashtag Fred the Shed. Fred is supposed to be a future food wagon, I thought, Neil, says Trace. I will start work on Fred next, says Mustard. Or the 180. I can't decide which to work on tomorrow. Oh, God. Don't tell anyone. As it broadcasts over the internet, says Black Lines. It's only you lot, mine is scrotum. No other bugger is ever going to watch this, are they? God almighty. Oh, hello. Please make sure you can add a... Oh, God, jeez. Emma Lemon is with us. Emma Lemon. Oh, Miss Sis is back, says Trace. Hello, Emma Lemon. Oh, that's tricky to say. Yes, hello, Emma Lemon. A very warm welcome back. Lovely to have you with us. In it. I know. Talk of Sophie. Here she is. Oh, what's going on then, Trace? You love Neil. Only joking. His brain is hilarious, says Trace. Oh, and Neil's still banging on about turning Fred the Shed into some kind of mobile cafe. Tight ass Tuesday, says Andrew. Tip of the day when showering. Take your dirty pots and pans in with you. That's not a bad idea. Sorry, but I really want to get on with editing a new video, says Mustard. You carry on, sir. I will see you all soon. Cheers. Thank you for popping in. Oh, Two String Productions. That's a new name. Mapting Custard. Indeed. Two String Productions. Well, good evening to you. Capstead Mustang, says Emma. And apparently Two String Productions will drop off soon. So there we are. Emma says, I arrived 10 minutes ago when I'm still trying to work out what on earth is going on. Yeah, some of the people have been watching this for a year and they're still trying to work out what's going on. He's updating us, says Trace, about his new something. I went for a wee and lost the plot. Well, hello, big balls and ballettes, says Ross Dino Dad. Hello to you. And quite rightly, Andrew says, Emma, I've been here since Boaty started doing lives, and I'm still trying to figure it all out too. Hi, Boaty, says Soph, and hello to you. Is this an episode of Property Ladder, says Ross? Well, yeah, partly. Oh, my bloody tooth. Oh. Trace says, just say hello to anyone you recognise for now, Emma, and nod along with anything that goes over your head. Boaty, says Simone, hooked on classics. The lovely Simone, hello to you. We're banging on about indicators for some reason. I must have missed that bit. Where does it keep on going, asks Emma. Emma, I keep on, right, to explain, for anybody who wonders why I pop up and down. When I come here for the live stream, I'm normally literally just in the door from work. And that means I'm nicotine deprived. So what I do is I have to keep popping to the back door to have a puff on a cigarette. Yes, it's not big and it's not clever. Yes, it's a bad habit. Yes, it's too expensive, although I exclusively smoke very cheap smuggled cigarettes. Don't tell anybody as it goes out over the internet. But there we are. We all need to die of something, and that's my choice. Ugh. Apparently, YouTube don't like anybody smoking on a video, so I make sure that it's well and truly out of shot. And also, I don't like smoking in the house, so outside the back door is the way to go. Which is a pain in the arse in winter because it tends to be quite cold outside of a Peak District back door in winter. Oh, a Peak District back door. God, that reminds me of the girl in the village when she and no, I can't talk about that. I can't talk about that. Oh, and Andrew quite rightly explains our Boaty does like a quick puff on a fag. Why is he keeping it over there so as not to put burn marks on the table? Asked Emma. Well, I've just explained that. Oh, and Trace says, yeah, no smoking on YouTube lives. And it was indeed Woody that went to tell me that. Ed says, I've gone to the link, but it's not working. Hey, what? Hold on. Oh, Sophie, bless you. You are lovely. You are lovely. You've gone to the link, but it's not working. Oh, what? The PayPal thingy. Hang on. Let me have a look at. Should do. No reason why it shouldn't. Yeah, that's the correct address. jsph@btopenworld.com. That's the old PayPal doings. Oh, right. Shh. I won't tell anybody if you don't, says Emma. Emma Lemon, this is it. Full flight Boaty. Enjoy. I have no idea what I'm doing here, says Emma. God, I know that feeling. I don't know what the link is. I'm old, says Ed. I don't think it's a link as such, Ed. It's just it's the email address that I use for PayPal. So if anybody wanted to ping me 10 shillings on PayPal, you just go onto PayPal and use that address. I don't know, you click on send money to some poor, fat, poor, bewildered old bugger, and it'll ask you for an email address, and that's the one you use. Oh, and just be warned, if anybody does do that, it will come up as, it won't come up as my name, it will come up as Singles UK, the charity, because that's what the PayPal was set up for charity donations to my singles charity, where, I try and help people who, who ironically are probably now in a better position than I am. Oh dear. Could you move closer to work, Boaty? Asked Blacklines. You must spend a fortune on fuel every week going back and forwards. Yeah, I do. And if we get upstairs, then yes, I could. Because if we get upstairs and turn it into the Airbnb, then I will fix up a little place for myself up there, so that because I'm going to need to be there. I'm going to need to be around all of them, really. But yeah, I'll have a little place up there myself. Well, if nobody else is there, I'll have the roam of the full what's it. But I'll have a private little tiny little suite up there, which means that I won't always have to come back here, because it is a bit of a schlep. It's not too bad in terms of distance. It's only about 20 miles, and yes, I know I'm wandering off again. And it's about an hour and a half per day. It would be quite handy to have a private little pad up and over the restaurant. We all just turn up and look bewildered. Yes, that is the zeitgeist of this channel. It's a quote from a live stream that I did at a car show, and that's it. Turn up, look bewildered. That's what this is all about. Oh. Trace says, Andrew has a point. None of us have a clue what this is all about. That's why we come back all the time, trying to work out what's happening. Yeah, me too. He means lowest price Boaty, says Dino Dad. Yeah, I know that, but I get offended by messages like that. I'm not grammar shaming or that. I wouldn't do that. I don't do that. And I get annoyed with people who grammar shame, because many of my friends are dyslexic. It's just let's say he spelt it entirely correctly. Lowest price. And that's it. Not even a question mark. Fucking, it annoys me. At least make a little bit of effort. Hi, what would be your lowest price, please? If you want to send that. But don't send that anyway. It's just low effort chances. Thinking, will this bloke accept 400 quid for a car that I can then sell for 1,600? And just chancing around, but without putting any effort into it. Put some effort into it. Hi, lovely looking car. I don't want to waste your time, and I am on quite a tight budget, which honestly is below your asking price. Do you have a minimum figure in mind that you would be willing to accept? Something like that, make it a bit more palatable, but just lowest price would be bad enough. But then to misspell it and make it lowliest piece, can't be doing with it. Can't be doing with it. I'm in bed, says Emma, and it's like a really weird bedtime story. I've done weirder bedtime stories, darling. And there are a few people here, highly traumatized, who can attest to that. He's got the Liverpool lass off camera. He's keeping her going while he's doing the live. Oh, I've changed my mind, says Steekold. You should have got the yellow sex pants. Don't start him on the bedtime stories, Emma shouts Trace. Yeah. And Andrew's picked up on that as well. Boaty's bedtime stories. Ask him about them, Emma. Yeah, I keep losing subscribers over them. Right? I got up to 6,300 and whatever it was. 330, I think, tonight. And then suddenly I went back down to 6,328. And I thought, aye. So I went and looked at the videos viewed in the last 60 minutes. Sure enough, Boaty's bedtime stories and the Reverend Boaty's bedtime stories. And I thought, yep, that would do it. I'd bloody unsubscribe if I watched them as well, and I'd call the police. You know, I'm lucky I haven't got the police knocking at my door as well as the bloody bailiffs. Oh, outrageous. Oh, you can get some filling stuff for tutty issues. Oh, right. I don't know if they need filling. I've just got to, well, because of my MH and history and my teeth not fitting properly to begin with, and then mix in middle age as well, the bloody things keep falling out, which I don't object to, but I've got a broken tooth up here, and that's the one that's really hurting at the moment. Maybe that does need filling. It'll fall out soon. I've got home filling stuff in my tooth now, says Neil. I'm no dentist. You amaze me. But it's held in well. Oh, Temparin Max. It's fab, isn't it, Mr. Gibbon? Please post the link in chat, Boaty's World, because I can't find it. What link? What link do you want me to, which link would you like me to post? There's a PayPal link. I mean, the address is jsph@btopenworld.com. I don't know if there's an actual link that I can put. Is there? I'll have a look in a minute. I'll catch up with the comments. Pocahontas 100. Greetings from Ireland. Coming over from Sean's channel. Brilliant channel. Keep up the great work, and I'm really enjoying the chat. That's very kind of you, Pocahontas 100. Thank you for coming over from Sean's channel, and thank you for coming over from Ireland, a place of which I'm inordinately fond. I married an Irish woman, and I've spent a lot of time in Ireland, and it's in many ways it's kind of my spiritual home. I always felt very much at home there. Evening Boaty and evening all here, says Mark Prasad. It's in the description, says, but you're all banging on about this link. Hang on. Oh, God, I'm going to have to. Oh, right. Hold on. Oh, right. Does it? Right. Okay. Right. I don't know how to post a link. I can tell you what the email address to use for PayPal is, but I don't know if I can do a link. I'll try and find one. Hold on. Right. I'll stick it in the comments. So, right. PayPal email is right. So that's that. And, you know, you just go into PayPal, and if you want to send money to somebody, you put the. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. The bot removes it. Well, can you see that, Trace? I've just put it in there now. Can you see that? And I'll try and do a linky thing. I've had to come out of the chat now, so apologies. I'm not watching you. I will try and hang on. God, I'm in uncharted territory here at 6 minutes to midnight. Right. Right. Can I do a linky thing? Home. Ooh. Share your link. That would do, wouldn't it? Okay, how's that? Right, let's see if that works. Hold on. No, that hasn't worked. Hold on. Share your link. Copy. There we are. And then if I bung it in here, right. I may have actually put a link in. Let me know if that appears or works or anything of that nature. Given that it is nearly midnight, I have been to work and I've got a bit of wine sloshing about inside with me. Curry for supper, darlings. Supper has been a bit samey of late because of the old financial situation. I've been eating from work for a wee while, and I will be doing so again. Not that that is a problem in any way, shape, or form. Right, let's get back to the old comments, shall we? Oh God, how many have I missed? Bloody hell. Oh, here we are, I think. Yeah, I think we're about, this is about where I got to. If you can't get your hands on Tylenol, say Sherry, PM and or cloves soaked in water to make a treatment to dab on your gums. And as a last resort, rub aspirin on your gums. Sorry to hear what you've been through. Oh, don't worry about that. I've had a blessed life, really. Honestly, when the time comes to turn my face to the wall and take my last, I won't be complaining. It's been a blast. I mean, even the bad bits, if aren't really bad, are they? I mean, okay, today started off a bit pants, but it ended up okay. And I'm here with all of you guys. How can I complain? I'm not grumbling. I'm honestly not grumbling. Boaty says, Simone, my Rover 75 was broken earlier. The EGR flute was cracked in half, and I couldn't go faster than 30 miles an hour, but all fixed now. Well done, you, Simone. That's brilliant. By the way, says Sherry, is Trace a gal? She is a gal. What is the British word for woman? Girl? Bird? Well, yeah, that works. Woman? Lady? Girl would be a younger woman, really, and bird is arguably a bit disrespectful. But I can absolutely, I can't tell you from personal experience that Tracy is female, but I fully understand her to be female, and God, I don't want to think about her being naked. Well. I am firmly convinced that our Trace is very definitely a female woman of the opposite gender to which I is and am. God. I should add, for those who don't know, Trace and I have known each other from long before any of these YouTube things started happening. Oh dear. Neil says, oh God. Oh no, right. That's AA talk. That's mechanics talk. That's people who know about dirty, oily things, and I don't. I am indeed a lady person, says Trace. Oh God, Emma Lemon, lower the bloody with a proper lady garden. Oh God. We don't need that image, Emma Lemon. Dear Lord. Right, it's 1 minute past midnight, and this has all just gone to pot, really, hasn't it? God, Neil talking about things that I don't understand with Simone. Oh, they're two peas in a pod, and I don't understand what they're talking about. Oily, carry things. No, God. Oh dear. Emma Lemon, I've just fallen in love with you. I have just fallen in love with Emma Lemon for this reason only. I beg your pardon. I never promised you a lady garden along with the sunshine. There's gotta be a little rain sometimes. So smile for the while and let's be jolly. Life shouldn't be so melancholy. Come along and share the good times while we can. I beg your pardon. I never promised you a lady garden. Emma Lemon, that was genius. Well done, you. Which brings me on to Beyonce and her terrible slaughtering of Jolene. I'm not aware of that, Emma Lemon. I'm very aware of Jolene. Jolene, 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 and so on and so forth. Also fifth, if you allow for inflation. But I wasn't aware that Bouncy had actually slaughtered it. And if she has, then that's a disgrace. And she should be put into a bag, hung up from a ceiling and beaten with a stick, because Jolene is a thing of wonderment. Dolly Parton is a thing of wonderment. Now, some of you chap type people may fixate on her busty substances, and you might think it weird that I would be, have a rather soft spot for Dolly Parton, because you all know that I live in fear of excessive busty substances. But I make an exception for Dolly Parton because I think she's a jolly good egg, down to earth, makes a difference for other people, brilliant songwriter, great country singer, full marks in my book. Well done, Dolly. Dolly Parton, fartin', greatest hits. That's what I say. I'm now ceasing to make sense even to myself. It's probably time that we all buggered off, isn't it? I'm a little bit overtired as well. That and the wine, it's going to do it. Forgive me, I'm old, says Ed. Well, we're all old and we all need forgiving. Quite understandable, Steve. Please don't you worry about it. I'm not begging for donations in any way, shape, or form. Lady Garden, says Simone. I have vague memories of one of those. Yeah. Yeah, well, they haven't changed. This is my pre-sleep waffle, says Emma. I'm tired and deleterious. Oh dear. Oh no, she's gone rampant, says Grace. You might be in there, Simone. Hello, back again, says Mustard. Too tired for rampancy. That was quick. Was it a good edit, Captain Mustard? Go on, Simone. You've pulled there, says Neil. What? Who works in an e-post office, says Steve Colg. I don't know where that's come from. Oh, God. Chaz Brown says, many in the inner scrotum have had to visit A&E after listening to Boaty's bedtime stories. Antibiotics helped. I'm ashamed of them. I am ashamed of them. I needed brain bleach, says Trace. Oh dear. Hang on, I'm just reading through these. Sherry says, I am officially making you an honorary Jew, and I will take that, and I'm enormously flattered because you used another Yiddish word, schlepp, and it's less than a week before Passover, so your problems will go away. Your travels may be a schlepp, but you're no schlepper. Oh, thank you. I will take that. I will take that. I am. I'm not Jewish, but I am very. I've had many Jewish friends, and I love their terminology, and I do employ it quite frequently. So I would be flattered and honoured to be made an honorary Jew. Right. Hopefully, okay. Hopefully you saw the pay. Those of you who are asking, you saw the PayPal thing and you saw the actual link. Hopefully that worked. Jolly good. Cheese of the Month Club. God. Oh, your link works, Boaty, says Jimmy Quinn. Excellent. I've seen Tracy naked, says Emma Lemon. God. Oh, where has this live stream gone to? I'm totally a lady chap, says Trace. She's definitely a girl, says Emma. And that's why we love you, Trace. I'll see you one Monday, Boaty, says Steakold. On the roundabout near McDonald's, near Mottram. Look out for me. I know exactly where you are. My God, how many times have I been round that roundabout now? She wears proper big girl knickers and everything, says Emma. And Trace says, you can tell Emma is my sister, innit? Oh, dear. Exactly. Another person we can have a laugh with. And Captain Mustard says, Emma Lemon and Tracy are two of my favourite people. Tracy's crying. The tears are literally rolling down her knicker legs. God. I'm so sorry, everybody, that I made him sing. Well done, Emma. You've got him singing. Was that the Andy Williams version? Boaty sings only on special occasions. This is one of them, says Andrew. Tracy, you've been wonderful, says Mustard. God, this is turning into a right old love-in, isn't it? Boaty has a soft spot for Dolly Parton, but it's getting harder all the time, says Simone. I wish this stream wasn't ending soon. This is great, says Trace. I'm 3/4 pissed now, and I'm tired and I'm hungry. Bloody right, this stream is ending soon. And we were going to do the Gavin and Stacey stuff on this one. That's gone out the window, isn't it? All that talk about bailiffs, I'm like, I'm like the dad, aren't I? Just got to keep my wits about me. He was great, the dad, wasn't he? I thought Charles Aznavour was dead, Boaty. Charles Aznavour. I love Charles Aznavour. She may be the face I can't forget, the place of treasure or regret. This hour has gone quick, says Neil. All good at work, says Ed. Oh, bless you. Thank you very much. Sherry says you should sing at the restaurant. And by the way, have you ever heard of the Bachelor and Bachelorette TV program reality shows, but maybe only here in the US? I'm not familiar with those by that name. Oh, bloody hell. Ed Usher, my goodness me. Thank you so much. You have genuinely got no idea just how much difference that is going to make. Honestly, you've got no idea. And I am I'm grateful beyond words. Blimey. Seriously, thank you so much. You've got no idea how that has just lifted some of the weight off my shoulders over the next. Oh, bless you. Oh, goodness gracious me. Oh, God, I'm going to cry now. I started singing now, and now I'm going to cry. I tell you what, let's say our good night. Let's let's get some curry on the stove, shall we? Let's polish off our wine and let's go to bed. It's been a wonderful time. I will go through all the comments before I bugger off. I'm just trying not to, Oh, you people, you're so lovely, and you're also all of you, all of my inner scrotum. You're all amazing, and I kind of don't know what I did to deserve you, quite honestly. But I will try and deserve you. Oh dear. Maybe you can go to bed and just leave it running, says Emma. I've done that before. Haven't I, darlings? You know it. Shall I do that? Shall I do that tonight? Shall I leave it running? Would anybody like me to just leave it running tonight and just let you lot crack on for as long as the internet lasts? I'd like to see Boaty and Trace in the nude, says Ed. You probably wouldn't. Another premature send, says Sherry. I have a finger that goes where it wants. Ooh, missus. Matron. But Ad, I'm in no way suggesting you're over 60, but they just recently had the Golden Bachelor, and they had and they had to be 60 or over, and it was wild. I'm not over 60. I am. How old am I? God, I'm 53. 53. How did that happen? You know, Boaty, plenty of good tune played on an old fiddle. Oh my God, this has been so funny I can't see, says Grace. Oh, and now Mr. Stephen Paddy from Port Sunlight in the Whittle, the Leisure Peninsula, has joined the party. What's all this about the Muff Gardens? Jason, how's your day been? I've just popped online, old chap. Oh, God. I love a finger that goes where it wants, says Emma. I knew somebody was going to do that. Shit, he's singing again, says Trace. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear. Somebody's paid for his heating. Nice one. Not the first time. Over this winter, I've got so many people to thank for so much kindness, and I don't know where to start, and I'll never know where to finish. No, if you leave it running, I'll never get to sleep. What? 59, you turd. Bollocks, I'm not 59. Fuck off, Mustard. Right, let me put this on record. Mustard is a year older than me. So however old you think I look, Mustard is a year older. You don't look 53, says Emma Lemon. Good hair. Thank you, darling. I'm falling more and more in love with you with every second that goes by. Will Boaty go for a drink of milk naked in the middle of the night? No, I don't drink milk. 53, you child. I'm 61 this year. We're all still kids, Mark Prasad. We're all still kids. So I'm thinking, even though the couple got married on the air, ages 70 and 72, says Sherry, unfortunately, they got divorced 5 months later. Google, it was really something. He chose from 25 women. Could you be next? Well, I'm up for it. I have got, I've still got some friends in the States. And one of my friends, One of my friends is one of the United States' premier matchmakers. She's one of those people. She's oh, hello. Oh, bless you. Oh, thank you so much, Jimmy. Jimmy, thank you. Yeah, one of my friends is a matchmaking expert and a dating expert. She's one of those people that charges people to, help them with their online dating profiles, all of that sort of thing. Her name is Julie Spira, or Spira, if you prefer. So maybe I should have a word with her, and because she does a load of TV stuff in the US. Maybe she could get me onto this over 60s US thing. God, wouldn't that be a way to go back to the United States? I first went to the US, as all of you long term viewers know. You all know I went on a blind date for a lunch date in Chicago just before on my 30th birthday, and ended up moving in and staying there for a while. And then the second time I lived in the States was when oh, hello. Oh, right, same one. Second time I lived in the States was when I went out to Vegas. And wouldn't it be great? I mean, I've been back to the States since, but just for a visit, not to spend time there. But wouldn't it be a cool third time lucky if I went back to the States to appear on some over 60s dating and marriage show, so I could thoroughly disappoint some nice American pensioner? God, I mean, it would be funny, wouldn't it? It would be funny. Could you imagine me? And bear in mind, I've done quite a lot of television. When I was an athlete, I didn't have to do anything. I was just doing my athleting, and they happened to put it on telly. Well, when I had the car dealership and I was doing the auctions, again, I was just doing my work, and it just happened to be on television. But then when I did the proper telly stuff, um, so when I did Stars in Your Eyes, and then I did all of the, oh God, have I told you about this? When I had the entertainment agency, I became very friendly with a lady, um, whose job was basically to source the contestants for various production companies for various television shows, and they were always short of a particular demographic, younger women, women aged under 35. They could never get any, and they needed them to have the correct mix of demographics on all of these daytime TV game shows. And she said, "Can you give me some of your acts? Some of the people on your books, the women under 35 on your books, who were all singers." But she said, would they be willing to come on and do some TV stuff if we, chucked a bit of money their way? And I said, I'll do what I can, darling. I said, when we were both naked and lying in bed together. And so I started supplying all of these I was like a pimp. I was like a televisual pimp. I started providing all of these under 35 women for various TV game shows. But they all said the same thing. They all said, "You've got to come with us. You've got to do it too. And we'll have a laugh." So for a period of about, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, I did every bloody TV game show known to man. And I had a horrible habit of finding a bar and getting drunk. Honestly, the TV shows that I've been drunk on, it's too late now. I should have gone 20 minutes ago. I'll tell you, remind me. and I'll tell you some of the stories. And remind me to tell you about Bargain Hunt if I haven't already 60 million times. But it would be super cool to go back to the States and do some. Yeah. I mean, I am a single guy, for very obvious reasons. I'm repulsive to look at. I've got an utterly poisonous personality. I haven't got an ounce of charm or charisma. And I have absolutely no sense of humor. Of course, I'm bloody single. But it would be so cool to go back to America and do one of these senior dating shows and be a little bit drunk. I want to do that now. I actually want to do that. It would be hilarious. Right. Say your good night. Let's bugger off, shall we? I need to eat. Darlings. Oh, this has been such a good one. Thank you so much. Let the live run, says Ross. I'll be here all day. Oh dear. I am the same birthier as Boaty, says Trace. Yeah, we're birthier, mate. Mustard's got better hair, says Neil. No, he hasn't. He definitely hasn't. Mine's got curls. It's wavy. It's bouncy. His is, and I'm not as grey as he is. He's all sort of, he's got the Camp Damp Jesus look going on. I've still got the John Travolta Saturday Night Fever thing going on. What are you talking about, Neil? Night all, great live, says Peter P. Thank you so much for being with us. Oh, bloody hell, Ed Usher's hooking onto Emma Lemon now. I mean, there was Matilda the other night. There's Angela, the housekeeper. There's the old bag who's apparently in London visiting the daughter. And now he's cracking on to Emma. Good night, everyone, says Simone. He'll be coming down for a glass of water in the night in the buff, singing Wavy Willie around the kitchen. Oh, Neil, you've just won the internet. Right, I can't take any more of this. I genuinely can't take any more of this. Neil, I'm going to read that again because it deserves it. Neil says he will be coming down for a glass of water in the night, in the buff, singing Wave Your Willie around the kitchen. That won't make sense to anybody who didn't see the clip of Mustard about to do lunch where I, on the spur, invented. I can't say it. It was so funny. Oh dear. I can imagine, says Emma, Boaty playing Frankenfurter in a stage production of Rocky Horror. Who else can see that? Betty could sing Sweet Transvestite perfectly. It's odd you should say that because somebody posted a picture of me doing exactly that, or it looked like me, and I've got no memory of doing it. So either it was just a picture of somebody who looked like me doing it, or I had the misfortune to be taken drunk throughout that particular professional engagement. Oh dear. Everybody's saying good night to Simone. Laugh my ass off, Neil, says Trace. That is still one of my most favourite randoms ever. And that's the Wave Your Willie around the caravan thing. And it's probably my absolute favourite. I absolutely loved that. I need to look that clip out again and stick it back up on the Facebook group or put it up as a short or something, because Wave Your Willie about the caravan, that was Mustard and Boaty at our absolute best. I'm losing the plot. Mustard's wondering what the bloody hell's going on and what people are laughing at. I disagree, Neil, says Emma, quite rightly. Boaty's hair is far superior to Mustard's. Sorry, Mustard. No, you're quite right. How dare you, Emma, says Mustard. Uh, Andrew Buttigieg says, "Oh, I've just been pinged. I bet that's the wave your willy thing. Is it, Trace? It is. It's wave your willy. I'm going to have to put this on the screen for those who don't know what we're talking about. Let's hope this works. Oh, I hope this works. Wave your willy, all right, the caravan, all right, the caravan, all right, the caravan. Wave your willy, all right, the caravan, like you just don't care. Have a banana. Wave that willy, all right, the caravan. All right, the caravan. Oh, you can't see. Oh, you couldn't properly see the full thing. Maybe it needed to be on horizontal. Hold on. Try it that way. Caravan, all right, the caravan, all right, the caravan. Wave your willy, all right, the caravan. Like you just don't care. Have a banana. I really want to try. Wave that willy, all right, the caravan. Wave your willy, all right, the caravan. Skip, have you given us some good advice? Oh, God. Oh, I so loved that. God, it's weird looking at that now. That must have been back in winter. The caravan was all in the dark and everything. It's weird the stuff that goes through your head when you're in a lonely, windswept, rain-swept car yard in the foothills of the Pennines, and it's all dark, and you're in a caravan with a hairy, camp-damp Jesus. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I think the ultimate moment, and it is going to happen, is when Mustard and I do spend the night in the caravan together. It will happen. It will happen. And that's going to be the night that the internet just breaks. Oh, dear God. Emma, says Andrew, Boaty in a corset and fishnets. Excuse me for a while. Oh, dear. Oh, God. That's why we love you, Boaty, says Andrew. You're one of us, the great unwashed. Oh, dear. I'd pay to see Boaty on a dating show, says Neil. He would just be drunk as a skunk on the free bar. I totally would be. Can't you just eat here and stay and keep us company, says Emma. I could, but I'd get kicked off YouTube probably. I could grab a snack myself, get rid of the others, and it would be like it. Oh, it would be like a date. Oh dear. I'd like to see where Boaty makes all the passion happen. This table is no stranger to a bit of passion. I can tell you that. Oh God. Mustard says you wouldn't like it if you were in there with him. Oh God. Oh, Sherry, bless her, says, I can't believe how much joy I'm getting from your show. I laugh out loud very literally, and I haven't had that opportunity for a very, very long time. Sherry, I'm glad we make you laugh. That's what we do with each other. Oh, God. Oh. Right, darlings, I've caught up with the comments. I'm now about 4/5 fully pissed, and I daren't keep this going any longer. Not with you lot in the mood that you are. Tonight has been fantastic. So, oh fucking hell! Look, my wine is frozen to fuck. See, I'm falling apart. Oh, massive wine turd. That is the biggest wine turd for a long time. Oh God. Tonight has been nothing short of fantastic. Um, thank you so much, Ed. Thank you, Jimmy. And just thank you, all of you. I've had a fantastic time. I've absolutely loved this, and I can't wait until the next time. And you did forget to remind me. God, it's 32 minutes past midnight. I'm so sorry for keeping you, but this has just been an absolute joy. And please believe me when I say that I'm going to bed a very, very, very happy man. Thank you all for just being amazing and making this time being amazing. And I will now leave you in peace while you leave me in pieces. Oh dear. Good night from me and my lemons, says Emma. This has been hilarious. Boaty's frozen his wine. I'm crying. My sister's pulled. Oh, and now John's turned up just as we're all buggering off. So, darlings, please, seriously, thank you all so much. Please have a safe and peaceful night. Have the best day that you can tomorrow. Take incredible care of yourselves. And please, this has been amazing. Join me to do it all again. 11 o'clock tomorrow night, Wednesday night live. And let's just have another fabulous time with each other. Hey, let's do that. And all the love in the world from me. Thank you again. For you and indeed. Oh yeah. Oh, you know it. Bosh.